Hi students, today we'll see solutions to SSLC model question paper 2022-23 science. Question number 1. The device used to change the resistance at many times in the electric circuit is dash. D. Rheostat. The correct statement among the following related to the concave lens is dash. D. Diverges the light rays. The resistivity ohm meter of 4 materials A, B, C, D are 6.84 into 10 raised to minus 8, 1.62 into 10 raised to minus 8, 5.20 into 10 raised to minus 8 and 2.63 into 10 raised to minus 8 respectively. Which of these materials has very less electric conductivity? C. Material A. Draw the symbol diagram of two electric cells that are connected in series in a circuit. What is optic center of spherical lens? Optic center of the spherical lens is the center of the lens. What is solenoid? List the properties of the magnetic field due to the flow of electric current in a solenoid. A coil of many turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of a cylinder is called a solenoid. Properties of solenoid. The field lines inside the solenoid are in the form of parallel straight lines. The magnetic field is uniform inside the solenoid. How does rainbow form in nature? Explain. Rainbow is a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after a rain shower. It is caused by dispersion of sunlight by tiny water droplets present in the atmosphere. A rainbow is always formed in the direction opposite to that of the sun. The water droplets act like small prisms. They refract and disperse the incident sunlight and then reflect it internally and finally refract it again when it comes out of the raindrop. Due to the dispersion of light and internal reflection, different colors reach the observer's eye. A ray of light traveling in air enters obliquely into water. Thus, the light ray bends towards the normal or away from the normal. Why? Ray of light traveling in air enters obliquely into water, and then the light ray bends towards the normal. Air is rarer medium and water is denser medium. When light ray enters from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Convex mirror is commonly used as a rear view mirror in vehicles. Why? Write the relationship between the focal length and radius of curvature of a convex mirror. Convex mirror is commonly used as a rear view mirror in vehicles because they always give an erect diminished image. Also, they have a wider field of view as they are curved outwards. Relationship between the focal length f and radius of curvature r of the convex mirror is f is equal to r by 2. Explain the method of production of biogas in a biogas plant and write any two characteristics of biogas. A slurry of cow dung and water is made in the mixing tank from where it is fed into the digester. The digester is a sealed chamber in which there is no oxygen. Anaerobic microorganisms that do not require oxygen decompose or break down complex compounds of the cow dung slurry and generate biogas. Characteristics of biogas are it leaves no residue like ash, it burns without smoke, it is eco-friendly, its heating capacity is high. How power is generated from nuclear energy? Explain. Write any two hazards of nuclear power generation. Nuclear fission reaction is carried out in nuclear power reactors. Nucleus of heavy atom like Uranium, plutonium or thorium, when bombarded with low-energy neutrons, can split apart into lighter nuclei. A lot of energy is released. This energy is used to produce steam and generate electricity. Hazards of nuclear power generation. Improper nuclear waste storage and disposal result in environmental contamination. There is a risk of accidental leakage of nuclear radiation. Draw the ray diagram of image formation when the object is kept at C of the concave mirror. With the help of the ray diagram, mention the position and the nature of image formed. F is the principal focus of the mirror. C is the center of curvature of the mirror. Image position at C, nature of image, real, inverted and same size. Star appears to be twinkling. Why? Explain. What are the reasons for the appearance of the sun in red color during sunrise? Stars emit their own light and they twinkle due to the atmospheric refraction of starlight. The starlight on entering the Earth's atmosphere undergoes refraction continuously before it reaches the Earth. During sunrise, the light rays coming from the sun have to travel a greater distance in the Earth's atmosphere before reaching our eyes. The shorter wavelengths of light are scattered out and only longer wavelengths are able to reach our eyes. Therefore, the sun appears reddish early in the morning. What is meant by power of accommodation of the eye? The ability of the human eye lens to adjust its focal length to view both distant and nearby objects clearly is called the power of accommodation of the eye. What is myopia? Nearsightedness. What are the reasons that cause this defect? An eye defect in which a person can see near objects clearly but cannot see distant objects clearly is called myopia. Reasons are excessive curvature of the eye lens and elongation of the eyeball. Two resistors of resistance 5 ohms and 20 ohms are connected in parallel and connected to a 12-volt battery. Calculate the total resistance in the electric circuit and the total current flowing in this circuit. 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Substituting the values, you get Rp is equal to 4 ohms. I is equal to V by R. Substituting the values, we get I is equal to 3 amps. 200 joule of heat is produced in 2 seconds in an 8 ohm resistance. Find the potential difference across the resistor. H is equal to I square RT. Substituting the values, we get I square is equal to 12.5. I is equal to root of 12.5 is equal to 3.5 amps. V is equal to IR, that's equal to 8 into 3.5 is equal to 28 volts. Coil 1 is connected to the battery and plug key and coil 2 with the galvanometer are kept close to each other as shown in the diagram. Write your observation in the galvanometer when plug key K is closed and plug key K is opened. Give reasons for your observations. When plug K is closed, the needle of the galvanometer instantly jumps to one side and just as quickly returns to zero. And when plug K is opened, the needle momentarily moves but to the opposite side. Write the functions of the following. Earthing wire, electric fuse. Earthing wire. Earth wire provides a low resistance conducting path for the current. Any leakage of current flows into the earth and protects the user from severe electric shock. Electric fuse protects the circuits and appliances by stopping the flow of any unduly high electric currents. The chemical equation that represents neutralization reaction among the following is dash. A. Sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid gives sodium chloride plus water. Properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic number. This law was proposed by dash. D. Henry Moseley. The substance that converts red litmus paper into blue color is dash. A. KOH solution. Mention the number of single bonds and double bonds present in the structure of C2H5COOH molecule. You can see from the structural formula of propanoic acid that there are 8 single bonds and 1 double bond. Write the electron dot structure of methane. Draw the diagram of the arrangement of apparatus to show electrolysis of water. Calcium oxide reacts with water to form slate lime. What type of chemical reaction is this? Write the balanced chemical equation for this reaction. This is a combination reaction or exothermic reaction. CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice plus heat. What is the chemical name of bleaching powder? Write any 2 uses of it. Chemical name of bleaching powder is calcium oxychloride CaOCl2. Its uses are for bleaching cotton and linen in the textile industry, for bleaching wood pulp in paper factories, and for bleaching washed clothes in laundry. It's also used as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries and also used to make drinking water free from germs. What is concentrated acid? Name the acid present in the stinging hair of nettle leaves. Acid with more concentration of H plus or H3O plus ions per unit volume is called concentrated acid. Acid present in the stinging hair of nettle leaves is ethanoic acid. Give reason. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. Ionic compounds have high melting point because a considerable amount of energy is required to break the strong interionic attraction. Ionic compounds in solid state do not conduct electricity. In solid state, ionic compounds do not conduct electricity because movement of ions in the solid is not possible due to their rigid structure or strong force of attraction between the positive and negative ions. Draw the diagram of the arrangement of apparatus to show the action of steam on metals. Metal piece delivery tube. Electronic configuration of 4 elements are given in the below table. Write the elements in the increasing order of their electropositivity and give reason. You can see that sodium belongs to first group and third period, sulfur belongs to 16th group and third period, aluminum belongs to third group and third period, and potassium belongs to first group and fourth period. And we know that electropositivity decreases along the period and increases down the group. That is why sulfur is least electropositive and potassium is most electropositive. Silver chloride exposed to sunlight turns grey color. Why? Write the balanced chemical equation for this reaction and mention the type of reaction. Silver chloride decomposes into silver and chlorine when exposed to sunlight. 2AgCl gives 2Ag plus Cl2. Why does the color of copper sulphate solution change when the iron nail is dipped into it? Write the balanced chemical equation for this reaction. Iron displaces copper from copper sulphate solution. Fe plus CuSO4 gives FeSO4 plus Cu. The conversion of ethanol into ethanoic acid is an oxidation reaction. Why? Oxidation of ethanol into ethanoic acid involves addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen. Hence, it is an oxidation reaction. What are structural isomers? Write the structural isomers of butane. Organic compounds having the same molecular formula but different structural formula are called isomers. AIDS, virus, warts, dash. A. Bacteria. Algae, small insects, small fish, large fish, human. The arrangement of trophic levels in this food chain are in the dash. C. Increasing order of storage of harmful chemicals. Draw the diagram showing the structure of closed stomata. What is the function of ozone layer? Ozone protects the earth from harmful ultraviolet radiation. Rejuvenating ancient water harvesting system is being encouraged. Why? Rejuvenating ancient water harvesting system is being encouraged because it reduces mismanagement and overexploitation of water resources. It increases groundwater level. What needs of the local people are fulfilled by the forests? From forest, local people get firewood, timber and thatch, bamboo used in huts and baskets, implements of agriculture, fishing and hunting, fruits, nuts and medicines, fodder for their cattle. The reproduction methods expressed in both of the above figures are similar or different from each other. Write the justification to your answer. The reproduction methods expressed in both of the above figures are different from each other. Spirogyra reproduces by fragmentation while Planaria reproduces by regeneration. Spirogyra breaks into smaller pieces upon maturation and these pieces grow into new individuals. Planaria can be cut into pieces and each piece grows into a complete organism. How is the vegetative propagation in plants useful to the field of agriculture? Vegetative reproduction is useful because good qualities of a variety can be maintained indefinitely. It gives a genetically uniform population. They bear flowers and fruits earlier. Consistency of the DNA copying is important during reproduction. Why? The consistency of DNA copying during reproduction is important for maintenance of body design features that allow the organism to use that particular niche. Niche means area where organisms live. Reproduction is linked to the stability of population of species. How do germ cells receive half the amount of DNA? What is the need of this process? Germ cells receive half the amount of DNA and this is achieved by the process of cell division called meiosis. When these germ cells from two individuals combine during sexual reproduction to form a new individual, it results in re-establishment of the number of chromosomes and the DNA content in the new generation. How does menstruation in women occur? The uterus prepares itself every month to receive a fertilized egg. Its lining becomes thick and spongy, but if fertilization does not occur, then this lining of the uterus breaks down along with the blood vessels. The regenerated part of the uterus along with the blood moves out of the vagina in the form of bleeding called menstruation. How phototropism, thigmotropism and chemotropism are coordinated in the apparent movement of creepers climbing up plants towards particular direction. When growing plants detect light, a hormone called auxin synthesized at the shoot tip helps the cells to grow longer. When light is coming from one side of the plant, auxin diffuses towards the shady side of the shoot. This is called phototropism. When tendrils come in contact with any support, the part of the tendril in contact with the object does not grow as rapidly as the part of the tendril away from the object. This is called thigmotropism. The concentration of chemical substance Auxin controls both these tropisms. This is called chemotropism. Draw the diagram showing the structure of the human brain. Label the following parts: cerebrum, cerebellum. What is the important function of villi and alveoli in our body? The small intestine has millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi. These villi increase the surface area for more efficient food absorption. Each lung contains large number of alveoli which increase the surface area for gaseous exchange, making the process of respiration more efficient. Explain the structure and function of nephron. The main components of nephron are glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, and a long renal tubule. Functions of a nephron. The blood enters the kidney through the renal artery. Waste materials in the blood are filtered and collected by Bowman's capsule. Substances in the initial filtrate such as glucose, amino acids, salts, and a major amount of water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flows along the tube. Urine formed in each kidney eventually enters a long tube, the ureter, which connects the kidneys with the urinary bladder. What is the importance of transpiration in plants? Transpiration helps in the absorption and upward movement of water and minerals. This helps in temperature regulation. How does translocation of materials take place by phloem tissue? Transport of soluble products of photosynthesis is called translocation. Phloem transports food material from leaves to different parts of the plant body. The transportation of food in phloem is achieved by utilizing energy from ATP. The translocation of food and other substances takes place in the sieve tubes with the help of adjacent companion cells both in upward and downward directions. Tall pea plant TT is crossed with short pea plant TT. What type of plant will obtain in F1 generation? Write the genetic makeup of this progeny. Tall plants will be obtained in F1 generation. Genetic makeup of this progeny is capital T small t. Forelimbs of frog, wings of birds, wings of bat, forelimbs of lizard. Pair them as analogous and homologous organs. Give reason for your pairing. Forelimbs of frog and forelimbs of lizard are homologous organs. They have similar structure and perform different functions, and they also have a common origin. Whereas wings of birds and wings of bat are analogous organs. They have different structure and perform similar functions, and they also have different origin. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share it with your friends. Thank you.